Hi, it's Walter Burns from Keller Williams City Life Realty and livingonthehudson.com for this week's Living on the Hudson weekly recap. A couple news stories that I came across in the past week. They broke ground over on 2nd Street behind Harborside Financial. Panapinto Properties is building a 68 and 57-story tower in downtown Jersey City. And this is on 2nd Street, right across street from Mandalay on the Hudson. Here's the rendering. This is Mandalay here on the left. This is Crystal Point at the end of the block on 2nd Street, number 2 2nd Street. And they're building this project here, which is 2 towers. It looks like it's going to be a 2-phase development, residential. I don't know if it's probably going to be a rental, I'm guessing, because they tend to build rental properties in the area. But yeah, looks like it's 680 residential units broken down into studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 25 3-bedroom layouts. So I'll link this down below. You can check that out. It looks like there's also a proposal in Hoboken for a 22-story building at 1300 Jefferson Street. That's going to look something like this. So a lot of activity in that northwest corner of Hoboken, basically near the 14th Street Viaduct, moving north towards Weehawken. You have a lot of vacant land back there, and this is another proposed development. Looks like this is 357 units that they're going for, broken down into studios, 1 bedrooms, and 2 bedrooms. So I'll link those down below. Those are coming courtesy of Jersey Digs. Also linked down below, you have the market snapshot of the past week. You can download that, discussing inventory levels, how many properties went under contract in the past month, absorption rates, and year-to-date closed sales. That updates every week. You can check that out below here on YouTube. Looking through the market in the past week, there have been 104 properties that have gone under contract. This means they have offers accepted on them. They have not closed yet. However, they had an average list price of $841,000. Last week it was $850,000, so slightly down. Also, last week there were 102 properties that went under contract. This week, 104, so about the same. Median list price $730,000 this week was the median of these properties. Last week it was $699, so a little bit higher. Days in the market average 42 days, median days 23 days. Last week it was 38 days and 23 was the median. So median days in the market about the same. So, about 3 to 4 weeks on average. Properties that are going into contract, that's the days in the market for those properties. Doesn't mean everything is selling in that period of time. And usually things that are lingering on the market longer, it tends to be a price issue where the property is priced too high and the market is not supporting it. There are other factors like access to the property. If there's a tenant living there, that could increase days in the market. However, traditionally it's price. Looking through the list, actually, I'm going to jump into the sales. There were a lot of closed sales in notable buildings, and moving forward, I'm probably going to highlight the sales more than the pending properties. That way you can see what things listed for, what they sold for, and how long they were on the market. Up in Edgewater at City Place, this is 6109 City Place. City Place is located where the shopping plaza is. There's a Gap, Banana Republic, Chipotle. Used to be a movie theater right next door to it. So it's a mixed-use development. There's a couple hotels there as well. Here you have 6109 City Place in Edgewater, 1 bed, 1 bath, 849 square feet. List price was $449. It sold for $450,000 on the market 25 days. This is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 849 square foot unit. And it looks like this was south facing. I see Lower Manhattan here. So it faced south in City Place. You have the City Place development. You have a condo association on this side, which is City Place. Then you have the Peninsula at City Place, which is on this side, separate condo association, plus a hotel, plus a residential retail. And then over here is the former movie theater, which is going to be developed into residential eventually. They knocked it down several years ago. Let's take a look at this unit. So it is south facing. Project was built in the early 2000s. And you do have parking here as well, which is underneath the community. It's like open parking. And that has sold this one bedroom for $450,000 at City Place in Hoboken. 1025 Maxwell Lane, unit 906. This was a two bedroom, two bath, 1,298 square foot unit, south facing unit in phase one at Maxwell Place. Maxwell Place broken into four different phases. 1025 Maxwell was the first phase, built in 2004. Here you have a cash purchase. List price was $1,495,000. It sold over asking for $1,695,000. So $200,000 over asking. 12 days on the market. Also came with parking for one car. So this is a south-facing unit. Up here, you have Stevens Institute of Technology. This area is green space down below, which is a park. And we'll check out the unit. Looks like it has been updated, the kitchen. Building is about 21 years old now, so a lot of owners have started to renovate units that they're purchasing. Maxwell Place concierge building. You have access to the main amenities, which are in 1125 Maxwell, which is across the street. There you have an outdoor pool, large fitness center, residence lounge, screening room. But 1025 does have on-site concierge. Also, the shuttle to and from Hoboken Path, peak morning and peak evening rush hour, picks up and drops off right in front of the building. So that has sold for $1,695,000 over at Maxwell Place. Here's another one at Maxwell. Don't have interior photos, but this is in phase 3 at Maxwell Place, phase 4, 1000 Maxwell Lane, unit 10J, one bedroom, 1.5 bath, 5 days in the market, another cash purchase. List price was $1,069,000. It sold for $1,105,000. 5 days in the market. So 1025 Maxwell, which was the two bedroom I just discussed, is this building right here. This building is just west of it, one block behind. 1000 Maxwell, built around 2018, 2019 by Toll Brothers. It's the last phase of the project. The residential units are basically the top third of the building. The lower area here is actually commercial space. There's a co-working space here that Toll Brothers built. And then the residential units are up here. Maxwell Place, as I mentioned, 4 different buildings. 3 out of the 4 are the same condo association. So 1025, 1125, and 1100 are all the same association. 1000, which is this building, is a separate condo association. So they have their own amenities here. They have a pool. They have a small fitness center. Concierge on the first floor. They also get the shuttle to and from the path, but their amenities are separate. And that one bedroom, 1.5 bath unit sold for $1,105,000 at 1000 Maxwell Lane. Not far, another Toll Brothers project, 1400 Hudson Street, unit 1105. This just came on the market earlier in September. Here you have a one bedroom, one bath, 775 square foot unit. List price was $949. It sold $25,000 over asking for $975. Another cash purchase. 2 days on the market. So this too was a south facing unit. So it looks south towards downtown Jersey City and into Hoboken on a high floor unit. This building was built, Hudson was around 2017, 2016 by Toll Brothers. And the building is 12 stories on one side. You have 9 stories on another side, 6 stories on another. So it's varying in shapes. Takes up almost the entire city block. Building has a concierge, 24-hour concierge. They also have a like fitness center that's split up into 2 separate areas in the building. You also have a large residence lounge that can be reserved for private events, common courtyard, common area, rooftop deck area. Also have the outdoor pool there. So you have all the amenities are on site. This building, if you're also a resident of 1450 Washington and the Harborside Lofts at 1500 Garden Street, you have access to the pool and the amenities in 1400 Hudson. They are all the same condo association. And this is sold over at 1400 Hudson for $975,000, 2 days on the market. Moving into downtown Jersey City, 155 Bay Street. This is another Toll Brothers project. This is their latest building, which is called 151 Bay in downtown Jersey City. Here you have unit 2402, one bedroom, one bath, 725 square foot unit. List price 829. It's sold for 826,000. 85 days in the market. And this is a high-rise building about 33 stories tall or so, in the powerhouse Arts District of downtown Jersey City, not far from Grove Street Path. Toll Brothers has built several buildings in this neighborhood, including 10 Provost Street, which is a very similar building across the street from 151 Bay. And they also are partners on a rental building next door. The building itself, 24-hour concierge, large level of amenities, Sky Residence Lounge on the top floor. They also have outdoor pool area, large fitness center, library area. So lots of amenities the building has. And this is Toll Brothers' latest building. They're almost done. They have less than 25 units or so, I believe, remaining in the project. And here's the fitness center. And that has sold over at 151 Bay for $826,000. All these buildings I'm discussing will be linked down below from my website, livingonthehudson.com, where you can check out other units that are for sale or units that are recently sold in the communities. Also looking in downtown Jersey City over at Two Shore Lane. This is up in Newport. This is closer to Hoboken on the Hudson River waterfront. Two Shore Lane, unit 410, one bedroom, one bath, 709 square feet. List price was $690,000. It sold for $680,000. 44 days on the market. This was built around 2017, 2018. The developer of this project is also the developer of Park and Shore, which is 75 Park Lane, which is the high rise. This is the Shore House, which is the smaller building, about 8 stories tall. So both buildings were built around the same time. So over at Two Shore Lane, it's not really a view property. You don't really have views of New York from this location. And it looks right across street to the Shore Club, which is One Shore Lane, which was built by LaFrac around 2006. But this developer was a separate developer. LaFrac sold the land, 2 plots of land to a separate developer to develop into condos. So LaFrac was not the developer of this project. They have developed mostly everything else in Newport, though. So here's the common area rooftop terrace. And then here is 75 Park Lane. That is Park and Shore. So these 2 buildings here are the newer condominiums in this development. It's a concierge building. You also have on-site fitness center, residence lounge. And that is sold for $680,000 at Two Shore Lane. Also downtown Jersey City at Liberty Harbor, 123 Tidewater Street, Unit B. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,291 square foot unit. List price was $1,199,000. It sold for $1,190,000, so $9,000 under asking. 49 days in the market. This is in Liberty Harbor, which is near the Liberty State Park Marina. First developed around 2006. It's a multi-phase project. It's still being built out. The developer has built condominiums there. He's also built residential rentals with commercial space. And the trend has been rentals over the past 10 years. But this project was built around 2006, 2007. I actually represented the seller of Unit C, which is on the top floor, several years ago. So Unit B, which was a little bit smaller, Unit C had the roof deck. Unit B did not. But you can check out this space here, 3-bedroom layout. Not far from Grove Street Path. Light rail is also nearby. In Liberty Harbor, you have access to the amenities are located in 10 Regent Street, which is around the corner from this building. And that's where the concierge is that could hold packages. They also have parking on site in that building, which can be rented. Small outdoor pool, a fitness center, a residence lounge. So all the amenities are in the 10 Regent Street building. This building itself did not have any on-site amenities, but everything else is around the corner, basically. And this is sold over at 123 Tidewater Street, which is Liberty Harbor, for $1,190,000. Moving a little further north into Weehawken, over at 150 Henley Place. This is at Henley on Hudson, another 1-bedroom, 1.5 bath, large unit, 1,168 square foot unit. List price $949. It sold for full price $949,000. 10 days on the market. Also came with parking for 1 car. Henley on Hudson, multi-phase project built by Lennar. Started off around 2006, 2007, and finished up, I would say, about 5-6 years ago in their last phase. You have townhomes there. You also have condominium buildings that have groupings of buildings that have condos in them, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom layouts. And 150 Henley is one of those condo buildings. You also have amenities in this complex. You have an outdoor pool, on-site fitness center, residence lounge. Some of the newer buildings there also have their own fitness centers inside. You also have common area, courtyard, and parking. And this is located in Weehawken, not far from the Port Imperial Ferry Terminal. So you can grab the shuttle to the ferry, passes through the community. The bus on River Road takes you right to New York. And you could also drive in, drive out if you wanted to very easily, not far from Lincoln Tunnel. And this is sold at Henley on Hudson for $949,000. And also a little further north in Weehawken, up at Avora, 800 Ave at Port Imperial, unit 1004. This was a cash purchase, 2-bedroom, 3 full bath, 1,644 square feet. List price $1,650,000. 1 day on the market, it sold for $1,575,000. So this one went $75,000 under asking. Avora developed around 2018 by a developer called Landsea. And basically, here's the Avora building. And this is the Weehawken Port Imperial Ferry Terminal. So very close to the ferry to New York. Also a bus to New York on River Road, right across the street. Outdoor pool, fitness center, a large level of amenities. You have residence lounge, large fitness center. There's a screening room on the first floor as well. And the lobby is actually back here on the north side of the building. I was just in this building a few days ago. Very close to the ferry, as I mentioned, to New York. And here's the layout of this unit. This is a 2-bedroom with an office. And this is the lounge area. This is all common space photos. Doesn't look like they have any interior photos posted, but this does have a balcony. And here basically is the layout. This complex does have a lot of these 2-bedroom plus office layouts. I was in 2 of them recently that are for sale. So that one sold for $1,575,000. Cash purchase, 1 day on the market. And finally, up in Bowles Ferry, Jacobs Ferry, you have 256 Half Moon Court, 2-bedroom, 2-bath duplex, 1,228 square feet. List price was $835. It sold for $825, 45 days in the market. Also came with parking for 2 cars. This is the townhome community developed by K. Ovnanian between like 1992 and 2000. And this is basically your entry level size for the complex. This split level 2-bedroom layout is so you basically walk in living room, you can go up the stairs to the bedroom, down the stairs to a den area, and off to the garage. And this is like the smallest layout in the community, and they get larger from here. There's around 10 different layouts or so in the community. 2 bedrooms start around 1,228 square feet, then they go around 1,400, then 17 and change. Then it goes up to 1,900, then over 2,000, all the way up to about 4,000 square feet. Community has 2 outdoor pools. The shuttle to the New York Waterway Ferry Terminal in Weehawken passes through the community. It runs with the ferry schedule. You also have a children's playground. And again, not far, right, bus to New York, right across the street on River Road. And you also have on-site management. And this is sold over at Jacobs Ferry for $825,000. All the articles regarding the projects in downtown Jersey City and Hoboken will be linked below, as well as the market snapshot and all the buildings I discussed. These videos come out every Monday discussing the Hudson County real estate market. If you have any questions about the Hudson County real estate market, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe down below, or you can reach out to me anytime at walter@livingonthehudson.com or at 347-448-3766. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.